Welcome to Kidmissing TV. I'm your host, Angelina Wilson. This is just a channel update. In June, I am going to be doing another video about the Lion sisters now that I've completely read the book. I can go back and take notes and stuff like that. So I will be doing that. Just stick that right there. There's also a map in here of the whole area, which I did not realize till just now. In fact, I talked to my cousin's wife about this, and her parents remembered it. She knew about it, but she was only born that year. But they lived in Gaithersburg. Which is right next to Wheaton, so you know I had to ask. And now that I've read the book, I have to say the entire Welch family's in it up to their pretty little eyeballs, not just Lloyd. They've all got skeletons to hide that they're desperately trying to bungee their closets closed to keep in. Yeah, they have that many skeletons. Trust me on that. All of them do. Lloyd's just the only one that was stupid enough to talk to police long enough to get himself convicted. But anyway, the other site update, please ignore this. Still fighting with the insurance company over grams per application. Excuse me. It's frustrating because I've been waiting since Thursday for relief. Anyway. Excuse me. Like I said, the other site update I have is I've decided that since July is the 250th birthday of our country, that I'm going to call it All American July and do all cases from the United States, including the does. The Lions case will be in June because May's already written. I apologize that May is a little bit weird in the sense that I only have some of the cases I wrote won't go into May. They'll end up going into June because of issues with a camera and all of that. And I do apologize for that. I apologize for the way I look. I know my lips look awful. In fact, it looks, yeah, it's bad. And then, of course, my corners, not only do they look bad, they hurt. So, I need to keep applying medication. Well, Aquaphor until I get the medication. And that's it. Now, next week on Wednesday, I have an appointment. Next week, a week from Wednesday, I have an appointment. Trying to think. I think I can do the video Tuesday night. Excuse me. And schedule it. So. Plus, we're getting into crazy time at the Historical Society with Memorial Day coming up, being open on the weekends. And I'm working next weekend. So, working Saturday, and then, well, I'm technically working Sunday, but I'm going to be sitting on my butt, so. So raffle tickets and whatever else. At the Quilt of Valor ceremony. Anyway. So yeah. I wanted to update you and let you know. Just looking at what's happening. But I will use the book to make some notes. I love the map. I can't believe I didn't see that until today. And they have the map of the whole area. Then they have maps of the smaller areas. So, that's a good thing. Then we can, dig into it a little bit. I just have to be careful in terms of YouTube and what I'm allowed to say. I hate that dance, but you have to do it. So. And I have to pick a new book to put in my bag to read at the laundromat. This one I finished at the hospital, but primarily read it at the laundromat. And while it is primarily interviews with Lloyd Welch, it also interviews by police. It also is descriptions of the areas, of the people in his family and things like that, and how the detectives worked. So it should be pretty interesting. Well, it was pretty interesting, but hopefully you guys will find it interesting. Because I did a video on their case years ago before there was any kind of update. And now that we have I don't want to say a conclusion because it's not. We don't have their bodies, but we know who did it. A seriously evil family. Anyway, because I do not believe Welch acted alone. I just don't. They don't either. They just can't prove it. But we'll talk about it. And like I said, we will do July as All-American July. And I hope you enjoy that. I've been doing a lot of cases from other places. And I thought July would be the perfect month to do nothing but the United States. Even the does will be American. And I don't usually include the does in the theme. But in that case I wanted to. Because again, it's our country's 250th birthday, so. And I was here for the 250th. I was here for the 200th. I was 2 years old, but I was here. Anyway, that would be 1976. So. I will see you tomorrow for a regularly scheduled video. Bye guys. God bless you.